Welcome. My name is Tanisha and I'm with Guided Source. And the title of this message today is The Reality of Reincarnation. The Christian community does not talk about reincarnation. They don't support the idea of reincarnation. They teach that when you die, you either go to heaven or you go to hell. There are other sects of the Christian religion that talks about going to the new earth versus heaven itself. The Catholic Church talk about being in purgatory for a period of time. However, it's just not a supported idea in the church. Okay. Now, when you talk to other people who have had near-death experiences, and they talk about what they saw and experienced when they crossed over, they actually entered another realm, another dimension, okay? And sometimes it looks like heaven, sometimes it does not, okay? Now, there are some people in other countries who have always accepted the idea of reincarnation, such as the Yoruba people. They are very much aware of reincarnation. They use the terms Babatunde or Yetunde. Babatunde, father returns. Yetunde, mother returns. When a baby is born and they're able to identify that this is someone who had already passed away coming back, okay? So with the Christian community, it's not a popular topic, nor is it like I said, it's not really an accepted idea, okay? But today I'm going to show you that reincarnation is a real thing through the scriptures. So let's get into it. Okay, so in the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verses 13 through 15, it says, "For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John." This is John the Baptist. "And if ye will receive it, this is Elias, which was for to come." Okay, Elias was talked about his life experience testimony, okay, with the Most High God is in the Old Testament. Verse 15 says, "He that hath an ear to hear, let him hear." Now, who is talking about this right now? This is Jesus, okay? Okay, now in Matthew chapter 17, verses 10 through 13, it says, "And his disciples asked him, saying, Why then say the scribes that Elias must first come? And Jesus answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall first come and restore all things. But I say unto you that Elias is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them." Then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist. So we have to understand what Jesus is saying. Jesus was basically saying that John the Baptist was the reincarnated version of Elias in the Old Testament, okay? That's one example. Okay, now in the book of Matthew chapter 22, verses 31 through 32, it says, "But as touching the resurrection of the dead, have ye not read that which was spoken unto you by God, saying, I am the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob." Okay, God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. Now, did y'all catch that? Okay, he just said God is not God of the dead, but of the living. Okay, now at this time, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob had already passed away many years ago. Okay, so if God is not the God of the dead, but of the living, then that means that those individuals are still alive. They still exist. Okay. Now in Luke chapter 9, verses 18 through 20. Okay. Jesus asked his disciples, he said, who do the people say that I am? Okay. And they said, some say you John the Baptist. Some say you're Elias, one of the old prophets. Okay, but in verse 20, when he asked Peter, who do you say that I am? Peter said, the Christ. Now, Jesus never rebuked them for saying that, hey, some say that this is who you are. Some say that this is who you are, that that's who you are. Okay, people who had passed away already. Jesus did not rebuke them, okay, because there was no dispute about reincarnation. It was very much understood that reincarnation was a real thing, okay? But he was letting them know that those individuals, that's not who I am, all right? I am the Christ. Now, some of y'all have been reincarnating for decades, okay? Some of y'all keep reincarnating because y'all are not learning y'all major life lessons. You're not getting it. You're not getting the memo, okay? Some of y'all are still owing karmic debt, okay? And that karmic debt needs to be repaid. You know, and I'm going to say it like this. I know some of y'all love all this pain and suffering and death in this earthly realm, you know, doing this, you know, having this human experience and all. But I know some of y'all are trying to go ahead and cross over and go to where you need to go. Okay? Some of y'all are ready to go to paradise, right? High five. Now, if your soul is not on the vibrational frequency of the higher heavenly realms, of the 5D new earth, y'all, if your vibrational frequency is not high enough, you cannot shift. You cannot shift. So what that means is you're going to be stuck here on the 3D realm, on this planet, with all this chaos and this confusion that's getting worse, as we can see, okay? So, you know, and not only that, everybody don't get to reincarnate. We all know that everybody dies that's in this human body, okay? But everybody don't get to reincarnate. And some people are lucky if they get to reincarnate, okay? Back into this 3D realm to have another human experience, okay? What do I mean by that? Now, the church, the Christian church likes to talk about hell and how hell is a fiery place, right? Now, fire, it does one or two things. It either destroys or it either purifies, okay? Now, we know that the spirit and soul cannot be destroyed. Okay, we know that it cannot be destroyed. So then it can only be purified. Okay, purified by what? By fire. Okay. So when the soul, the spirit, the soul is in hell and it's being purified by fire, it has to go through that process so that it can transfer to the next phase. Okay. Now that is something that is not taught in the church. Okay. And we don't know how long that process is going to be. We don't know how long that process is going to be. It's better to go through that purification process while you're having this 3D human experience by, going through what you need to go through. Okay. And I'm about to talk about that in just a minute. Now, in John chapter 8, verses 56 through 58, it says, your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad. This is Jesus talking. Then said the Jews unto him, thou art not yet 50 years old, and hast thou seen Abraham? Jesus said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am. Okay. So this is Jesus basically telling everybody, I've been here before, y'all. I've existed way before our ancestors, way back then, okay? Jesus is letting us know personally, okay, that he also was reincarnated. Now, here's the problem with reincarnation. Because of your wrongdoing in your previous life, okay, by you, your parents, or your ancestors, you may have some karmic debt to pay. Okay, now, we all heard about generational curses. Okay. Now, this is one form that it takes. When you do reincarnate, you might reincarnate with some kind of mental or physical disability. Now, that doesn't apply to everybody, okay? Or you may have to experience some very traumatic event, okay? And while you're having that human experience at that time, you won't know why, this is happening to you. You won't understand why your life looked like this, okay? You won't get it. And it's really only by going through the spiritual awakening process, doing the inner work, the shadow work, going through the healing process, will you be able to understand, get some kind of understanding of why, your life looked the way it is, why you have some of the challenges that you do, okay? Now, in John chapter 9, verses 1 through 3, okay, Jesus and his disciples are walking by a man that's blind, okay, and his disciples ask him, who sinned for this man to be born blind? Was it his parents, or was it the man? See, they understood that process. They understood that, sometimes because of what you've done, or like I said, that karmic debt or that generational curse, when you are reincarnated, when you are born again, that you come along with these problems, these traumas, these dramas, okay? Now, Jesus told them, neither one of them. The man was not born blind because of his parents. The man was not born blind because of him, because of something he done in a previous life, okay? So the works of God should be made manifest in him, okay? And what ended up happening in that story was Jesus healed the blind man. So, once again, sometimes the mental and the physical disabilities is not because of something that happened in a past life. Sometimes it's for the glory of God. Now, there's another group of people, y'all. There's a whole nother group of people that goes through the reincarnation process. All right, these are the chosen ones, the star seeds, the light workers, the healers, okay, the earth angels, okay. And these people agreed to come back to this planet, okay. They came here for a life work purpose mission. That's why in a lot of my videos I talk to the chosen ones, okay? Because it's only you guys that's going to understand, you know, these messages, okay? Y'all, it helps y'all make sense of your life, of what you're going through, okay? Now, when we agreed to come to this planet, to help this planet, there were stipulations. All right. And, you know, this is what Jesus, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Elias, and John the Baptist, this is what they did. Y'all, this is the reason why they came, to help the people, to help the planet. Y'all understand? Y'all getting it? Some of y'all might be ascended masters, you know, and don't know. This is why our work is so important, okay? But first, you must realize who you are. You must realize who you are and what you came here to do. Now, chosen ones, we still have to go through the process. We still have to go through the spiritual awakening. We still have to, you know, deal with our carnal flesh. We still have to, you know, overcome dark forces, you know, that fight against us on every side. You know, we still have to go through this. And then after we go through this, or while we're going through this, we still going and coming to other people to help them too. So this mission is not easy, y'all. But with God, we can do all things, okay? Now, after we finish our mission, we can go back home. But see, there's a catch. While, you know, before we came to this planet to do this mission, we knew how extremely dangerous it was. We understood. We understood that we took the chance of being stuck in this reincarnation cycle. You know, we signed the contract, y'all, and we knew what the contract entailed. That, you know, when we reincarnated into a family, that's why some of y'all feel like outcasts in your family. You know, some of y'all may feel like y'all, that it's not even your real family because you different. You the only one doing what you're doing. Okay? You the first in the family. Your family don't like you. You the black sheep of your family. And you might have even tried to fit in with these people, but they still give you the side eye like, you know, like you the redheaded stepchild. You know, for some of y'all, the reason why y'all go through that is because that's not y'all real family. To call some people family, it'll even sound weird, make your stomach turn, okay? Trust your gut. Trust your instincts, okay? Your intuition. So when you reincarnated into these families, okay, you was going to have to deal with those generational curses, okay? You were going to have to pay that karmic debt. You're going to have to clear that path, all right? Okay, but it's according to your contract. Now, chosen, some of us did get stuck on the hamster wheel because we incurred karmic debt while we was here, our own karmic debt. Okay? So, chosen ones, it's time for us to get our stuff together so we can get up off this hamster wheel Okay, and we can go back home. Because some of us that's from the that's part of the Galactic Federation. All right, some of our people been like, hey, coming to us in dreams, visions, like, what's up? What's going on? Like, you don't miss us? Okay. But anyways, I've just proven to y'all through the scripture, okay, that reincarnation is real, y'all. That it is real. All right, it is real. And I hope this video encouraged y'all. I hope it, helped y'all to, to go in and do the work to figure out who you really are, to understand, your mission here, so that you can, go back home and do what you need to do. All right. Y'all be blessed.